That is Daniel Lanois with Where Will I Be off of his 2007 album, Here Is What Is. Beautiful song there. Hey folks, welcome back. Another edition of Coffee with Christopher, April 23rd. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for joining us. I've got a great story today. We're going to talk about the fractal iterations throughout your body. We're going to talk about some information that I gleaned from some plants. It took a little work to get these plants talking, but eventually I was laying down meditating and I started playing with my sternum. And I started playing with where my sternum meets up with my ribs and the little tiny muscles in there. And the plants were telling me, they're like, hey Chris, play with this with your voice. And it was a long time ago and I don't remember the conversation that well, but I found a correlation with my voice and this like instrument of my sternum. And when the lesson had been learned and they said, yes, every discernible line in the human body is resonant, is the same line, is the same pattern. They said, look, you point your eyes, just close your eyes and point and look up as much as you can, and then let your eyes fall until they're looking down as much as you can. That's a line. That vertical line of your vision is a discernible line. And it has this whole resonance with the line of your spine. Yogananda talks about this. He says if you want to go into your subconscious, into your lower chakras, you can drop your eyes. And if you want to go into your higher chakras, you raise your eyes. So he advocated meditating with your eyeballs looking upwards. This idea is really fascinating. The line of your fingernail, the line of the bone of your last digit, this line, this line, this line, the creases in your fingers, those are discernible lines that have this universal pattern of line. Eventually, I am going to finish writing this book called The Line of Life, which all of this is based off of. But today, I just want to give you a feel for it with an exercise that I want to run you through really quickly to show you an application of how the body is fractal. Okay? So, to do this exercise, you can just sit down and put your hands on your knees. I guess you can't see that, but it's okay. Just follow along. We're going to play with the front body and the back body. The dorsal and ventral surfaces from John Appleton and Posture Release Imagery for just a moment. So in your hand, you have a palm and a back side of your hand. And on your arm, you have a front side of your arm and a back side of your arm. And you have a front side to your body and a back side to your body. And so the first thing I want you to do is use the front body of the palm of the hand, use the palm, and give your knee a gentle squeeze. And maybe pull your knee towards your elbow just a little bit. And contract the whole palm just gently into your knee. Then let that go. And then secondarily, take the top of your hand and let that float away from you, both up in space, but also forward in space. So your hands kind of roll over your knees. They kind of roll up and over your knees like a waterfall. And just let the tops of your hands flow forward and away from you. Okay. Now do both of those together. So just can gently squeeze your palms and just think of pulling them towards you. And at the same time, let the tops of your hands fall up and away and forward. And it's just a gentle movement. This is what John calls calm up and tense down. And this is a long story. I just wanted to use that exercise to explain the fractal nature of it. So we have that experience going in your hands, but do the same thing with your feet. Take a minute and feel the bottom of your feet contract, the top of your feet expand, at the same time that you do it with your hands. Okay, and then take a moment to do it with your whole torso. So the front of the torso contracts gently and goes in and down. The back goes up and over and spills up and over. You do both of those together and it reorganizes your body in an overall sense. We could go into it further with the jaw and the head. You can let this area in and down. The back of your head goes up and over. Oh. And you can do this all over the body. The whole legs are another one where the bottom of the legs and the insides is the front body. And the top of the legs is the back body. So if you're sitting in a chair, it's like they match up. And they're like a layer there, where the backs of my hands are the back body, and I'm just making them the legs. Anyway, that will give you something to explore about the fractal nature of the body and how every discernible effort can be found in one place of the body, and you can let that ring through to every other cell. We'll talk more about this, but thank you for joining me. I love you, world, and we'll see you soon.